Hi everyone, it's Diane Evans with stampingwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So if this is one of your first times joining me, welcome. I'm so glad that you found me. If you're watching this on a replay, that's amazing as well. Remember, if you are watching this through YouTube, just subscribe just down below here. Hit the bell and you'll get notified immediately as soon as I do go live. And if you're through Facebook, just make sure that you've given StreamYard permission. Otherwise, I don't know who is on there with me. In any event, you guys, like I say, this is part of a live. That's where I will be reaching out to different people, saying hello to them. And if you are watching this on a replay and you don't like that kind of chit-chat, just scoot on forward until we get going on to the card. So it's Technique Tuesday. Oh man, this is one of those exciting days, but you know what's more exciting? Tomorrow the catalog goes live. I think it's about 2 o'clock Mountain Time that it goes live. And also we have our launch coming this Sunday. Amazing stuff. So also part of all that is today's the last day for the product share. It's also to register for the product share. Another thing is don't forget about the stamp camp using Winter Meadow. Oh my goodness, this one's going to be a really good one. I can just tell from the beautiful product. Hello, Jeanne, and hello, Lorraine and Margaret. So yes, with this international stamp camp, just to let you know, if you are in another market other than in Canada, just reach out to me and I'll let you know who you can contact with a demonstrator in your particular country. All right, so let's get on. This is Tuesday. It's Technique Tuesday. So I really do like this particular one. Hello, Kathy. All right, so this is a technique that I didn't even know was a technique. So there you go. It's called the Faux double stamped vellum technique. And I actually learned this off of one of our the designers for the Creativity Abounds International Stamp Camp. And it makes sense. It makes so much sense. Have you ever gone and you've stamped on vellum and it takes forever to dry? You think it's dry. You even heat set it and everything else, and you touch it and it smears. Well, this isn't going to smear that way. And when it's double, it means that what I'm going to do is, yes, I'm doing it. I'm going to be doing some embossing on it, but we're also going to be doing stamping on it that it's faux. It kind of looks like you're stamping on it. So that is amazing. Hello, Kathy and Felicia and Kay and Janet. Awesome. All right. So this, like I say, is this was from Lorraine Turney, and I really liked how she did it. I thought it was an amazing technique. So that's why I'm sharing it with you. So what you do is it helps to deal with that ink stamping. You know yourself, when you stamp on vellum, it is awful. It's just, it tends to just smear, and you have to start all over again. I mean, you almost have to let your vellum sit overnight, but this is going to alleviate that problem altogether. So also stay, I'm going to do a floral one, but I've got a Halloween one that it kind of works with as well. So you need to, so I'm just going to come in here and you can kind of see what colors I'm using. I'm using Highland Heather, Bubble Bath, and I think that, oh, and you know what? I might even use a bit of Granny Apple Green on there. I'm not sure what I'm going to do exactly, but you know me, I kind of do things on the fly. So we'll just sort of see how it all turns out. Kind of got a bunch of different things sort of all packed together. I've got the base. It's Highland Heather, and I see I don't have an inside to this. This happens to be 5.5 by 8.5, and I've scored it at 4 1/4. So we'll just come in with a bone folder. Hello, Kath. And then I wanted to have, and it doesn't show that much because I went kind of big with it. This is the Painted Posies. And I just wanted to be a tone on this particular one. So this is in the Highland Heather, and I'm just going to go ahead and put that right on down onto this card. Whoops, and we'll just get that going around the outside. We'll put that on there. Like I say, this one's interesting. It's something that, yeah. Anyways, so we're actually not going to stamp with the water based ink on the vellum. And this is a cardstock vellum. We're actually going to do some stamping, and we're going to do it onto some basic white. So I just got that there. I wanted to grab a piece for the inside, so we'll see how that works. All right, so I'm going to be using photopolymer stamp sets, and I'm using this beautiful textured floral. This is such a pretty stamp set. It's just one of those ones that you can get so many different looks with and everything else. So I'm just going to use the colors of Bubble Bath, some Highland Heather, and also some Granny Apple Green. Now I don't want to get the back of this done, so I'm just going to come in first with some Granny Apple Green, and let's do some leaves from this. And I'm not going to, let's see, where are my leaves? Here we go. I'm just going to kind of randomly stamp those. Looks like maybe this should be inked up a bit. And one over here. And then I'm coming in with my Bubble Bath. And I'm taking the larger image, this particular image here, and I'm going to ink it up. Let's go and put that, about right there. And then there's this piece here. I want this particular flower. So I'm actually going to come in with some Highland Heather on that one. Oh, you know what? I think I should put this on first. Never mind. I'll keep with what I'm doing here. So I'll just come with, no, I don't want to do that either. I want to, let me just come in and clean that off. I actually took these stamps. I thought maybe my cleaner was getting dirty. So I'm going to actually do this in Highland Heather. And we're just going to put that across there. And I think this is one of my favorite flowers, this one here. Just going to put that down there. And then I've got these little ones, and I'm going to come in with, I like this one too. Just going to come in and just put those right in there. All right, so we've kind of got that going. Let's see, we've got a couple of those, that one, that, you know what? I think that's good. And then this is where this is actually, and this is what I'm going to show you here. Where did I put that piece of vellum? So if I had stamped that on the back of this, we'd be waiting for a while. I could heat set it. I could do a bunch of other things with it. But by putting this down here, it now looks like I've stamped it on the back of this vellum. It gives exactly the same look on there. Hello, Renee and Myrtle and Barb. In any event, that's how that kind of looks there. So then what I'm going to do now is we want to stamp on the vellum, but I'm going to stamp on the vellum. I'm going to take my embossing buddy, and this is done so that it's like a two-step stamping, but I'm going to have this in such a way that it's going to go on there. Now I want to, I do not know where my, oh, there it is. I'm going to come in, and this is a bit of a cheat. I don't want that really moving at this point. So I'm just going to come in with a glue dot. I'm just going to put a glue dot, whoops, right up here to kind of hold this in place. One there, and we're going to put one up here as well. These aren't going to show once the card is on there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm stamping and I'm doing the embossing on this part. And then it's going to look like I've stamped it kind of on there with the two-step stamping on there. All right, so we have some excellent images on here that are two steps. So we have this one, we have these, we have this. We've got, well, nothing for that. But anyways, I'm going to come in with my embossing buddy. And I'm going to get my Versamark ink. Hello, Laura. Hello, Pam. All right, so let's go and put this on here. And I'm just going to get that so it looks like it's on there. This one here is this one, and I'm going to actually put that one right in the middle of that. And then I've got these other little ones. This one I'm going to put in there. And then there's these little tiny ones. This one here, we're just going to put on here and one over here as well. Now, the reason I put those on there is so that I can see where all that stamping is going. Now, there's some excellent splots on here, and I think I'd rather have that on the bottom, on the stamped on the paper. So now what I'm going to do is I'm coming in with my vellum, and I'm going to take those glue dots off. That was just to keep it in place. And I'm going to come in with my white embossing powder. Oh dear. Almost had an accident. So then I'm just going to put this in here. Yeah, I think I've stamped everything I want to stamp on there. And now I'm just going to use my embossing gun. You know me, I love my embossing, right? But honestly, I still say it's one of the best things that you can do, and learn how to do it. You've got so many different options that you can go in and go ahead and do. So we're just going to, now also while I've got you on here, by any chance you have any technique that you'd like me to do, and if I've already done it, I'll find a twist to it and then I'll refer you to it. See how that, so this is the faux double embossing on vellum. Now watch this. When I put this on here, what it's going to do is it's now giving the impression that we have that extra part on there. Now I'm going to come in with the splotch here. And I'm going to actually do it in Highland Heather. There we go. Okay, so now when we put this onto here, we can attach it on there. And that is giving us the double, the faux double. Now, the best way to actually work at putting this together and not having to use dimension or not having to use your adhesive sheet, which you could use, is I can go ahead and glue around this outside here. And what I did was I cut a frame. Just going to go ahead and put that right on there. And that blotch, those blotches might not even show up now that I think of it, because I'm putting this frame over top. Oh, they're going to just sort of show up. Well, I can actually move this over to such a way that I can get it so it shows. And then I'm going to come in with this. Now what I did was I used my deckled rectangle. I cut a regular rectangle. I took my deckled rectangle. I think this is the third largest. And now I'm just going to go put this on there. Now you could go a thinner frame on there as well. Thanks, Felicia. Yeah, I love embossing. Oh my goodness. Some people that really do not like it, they think that it's an old-fashioned technique. And honestly, it might be an old-fashioned technique, but oh, it. Now watch, I probably got that glued on there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put that right on there. In real life, that looks so pretty with pretty subtle colors. So I'm actually going to go and glue this on because this is a couple pieces of paper. See, I didn't get that very straight onto the back, but that's okay. You don't see it. I kind of wanted to get some of those blotches on there. So we're just going to put that there. Oops. So I got a bit of glue on here, so I'll just use my embossing buddy and just, there we go. And this has, I love this, Birthday Blooms for You. So I have a piece of basic white, and I think I'll do that in Highland Heather as well. I don't know if I have any birthdays this month. I don't think I do. Anybody have a birthday this month? So we'll just go ahead and put this here. Now, usually when you're punching and that sort of stuff, this is a photopolymer, but your best thing to do, and I should have put that block underneath, is to stamp first, then punch. So I'm going to come in with my 1 3/4 inch punch. These circles are in the 2-inch punch. This should stamp, that should be enough. Yeah, we got that. But what I started to say was you should stamp first, then punch. And then that just gets you so that you've got it right in the middle there, right? And I thank you also for coming earlier today. I do have a training this afternoon. So, right, so just like that. So we're going to pop those up. Hello, Leona. Oh, Marjorie. Well, I did say it was coming on earlier today because I have training, and I didn't want to rush through the technique. Oh, now that's really overkill, isn't it? Oh, well. It's not going to dip down, that's for sure. Now, also, in the new catalog and with the Winter Meadow suite and the one that I'm doing for the stamp camp, they have this beautiful ribbon. It's a sheer with the silver on there. And I'm actually going to go ahead and put this on there. This ties some of the best bows. Just give it a bit more. Usually you take 8-inch to 9-inch for a bow. And just tie it. I just use the bunny ear technique. So, and I tie it usually on the roll so that I can play with it and get it good and tight. And then also, I don't use as much if I cut off the roll. Hello, Mashwari. Okay, so now remember, I have another card that I can show using this same technique. So I'm actually going to put this, you know what, I think I'm going to put it underneath it. So I'm going to pop this part up. I'm not going to pop it up to the top. I'll just do it to the bottom. Thank you. Say, I'm looking for somebody with a birthday this month. Right. So this is just, I'm going to come in, whoops, with the glue dot. And tell this is the old glue dot. We're just going to put that in there. Let's go ahead and put that right on there. Just like so. And then, of course, we need to have some embellishments on there as well. So I could use these iridescent pearls. There's also the in color pearls, and I haven't used these yet, but these ones that have the Orchid Oasis look like they could go quite nicely on there too. Let's just check that out. Ooh, yes. But you know what? I know that would go, but I'm thinking these iridescent pearls will go the best. And I'm going to use 5. One there. And then I'm going to use these little ones here. I haven't used these that much. There, and one more here. Oops. Sometimes you just need, there we go. Now, of course, we have to do the inside, and I did go get the inside of that card. And I think this is a 3 3/4 by 5. And let's just go and do one of these flowers, and I'm going to do it in the bubble bath as well. Thank you. You're hoping for the ribbon. Oh, the ribbon is so pretty. It's absolutely gorgeous. And we'll just put, I wonder if that's going to look okay on there. Huh. There we go. That's good. And like I say, we could go and put a sentiment on the inside there. But don't forget, I did the same technique using, what was it called? The Bag of Bones stamp set. I just didn't think it showed it off as well. It's technique, but I will show you that. So like I say, it looks like I stamped on the back of the vellum, but I didn't. I went and I put it behind. So you were hoping. Yeah. Okay, I understand now, Felicia. All right, so like I say, that's the faux double stamp vellum technique. Oh, I could have used these ones too. No, I like the iridescent ones. So the Bag of Bones, I also used this one. And I'm not much for Halloween, but I could do the same card with this and see how I stamped the skeleton behind, did this expression, and then I did some embossing on the top. And this is the Halloween paper. And with having this vellum over top of this is pumpkin pie, it actually looks like Cajun craze. So that's why I used the Cajun craze on that part there. So there's that sample there. And then, of course, this sample. Now, don't forget, tomorrow at 9:05, I will have a copy of this technique. We'll be down on in the Stamping with Diane Stampers group. So you've got that. You also, let's see, what else is happening? Whew. Let's see. We have, tomorrow is mystery. I will be posting the mystery clues at noon. I have no idea what I'm going to do. It's a cute Halloween, a boot Halloween card, Marilyn. Well, you know, I'm not much, like I say, I'm not much for Halloween, but yeah, it turned out okay. All right, so tomorrow is mystery challenge. It'll be at 3:00 tomorrow. And of course, then on Thursday, it's my Now What series. Remember, tomorrow the catalog goes live. If you are wanting to get in on that stamp camp, or if you're ordering it yourself, I strongly suggest that you do it ahead of time. I always say that, and I hate to say and put a real fear that things are going to run out, because actually that autumn leaves, that All About Autumn Leaves, it sold out. It's coming back in on the 10th of September, so that's not too bad. But hopefully everything's available. And if you want to get in on the product share, I'm going to be putting those orders in as well. I don't know when they're going to be coming, because tomorrow I think it's going to be a great shipping day. However, Stampin' Up is completely up to date with their shipping, so I'm very pleased about that. Awesome. So if there's any questions at all, don't hesitate to reach out. Remember that my thank you that I'm going to be doing from now on going forward is I will be sending you a card kit. It's for a fancy fold card, and it's actually the waterfall card. So if you put an order in that's separate from any other promotion that I have going over $65, you will get a package in the mail, and then we can craft along later on during the month with that. Awesome. So we will see you all tomorrow at 3:00. Pacific. All right, you guys, remember to create because it's great for the soul. Remember, if you like this, give me the thumbs up, share my video. I really do appreciate it when you do. That's one of the highest compliments that you can give. And if you live in Canada and you need a demonstrator, please reach out to me. I'd be happy to help you. Bye for now.